All right, y'all. So here's my thoughts on this whole Chicago situation and why I personally think it's beyond disgusting. So as I was watching the original video on Twitter, and shout out to my girl, Celeste Bird, Davide Sutton, Queen of Accountability. Shout out to her, first of all. She's the one that's been breaking down every situation as to what happened, right? So this mother who is pregnant at the time, I think she had single cells or something like that, and she's a black woman, of course, because y'all know Chicago is famous for crimes. In my humble opinion, I really do think that Chicago is probably one of the worst places to live at, because if you live in the ghetto, I think you know exactly what I'm talking about. So getting back on topic, this mom and her kids got jumped by random kids. I don't know if they had beef or whatever though, but they just randomly jumped the kids and the mother at the same time. I don't know if the dad was in this whole situation, if he was involved in this issue. If he was, then I hope and pray that he filed charges against those kids. And I'm going to give you my honest opinion on the situation. Number one, if you're raising kids to be monsters, criminals, and thugs, then it's also your fault of how you were brought up in America. You know what I'm saying? Maybe your parents didn't teach you right from wrong. They didn't tell you no as a kid. That since you had kids, you're going to teach them how to be just like you, if not worse. And that's why Chicago is ending up doing the anti-bullying thing about this whole situation, then being jumped by a bunch of kids. Like I said, I don't know if they have beef or whatever though, but all I know for sure is that this is crazy. So I hope and pray that all them kids get charged and are being held accountable for their own actions. If not, then Chicago has a problem. And to make matters even more worse, I've seen the mom post a video on social media of one of her kids and confronted them about them doing the wrong thing. And she made them apologize, but in my honest opinion, that apology wasn't sincere at all. They did not mean what they say. They only did that just to cover their own behinds and to get out of trouble. Nah. What's on the internet stays on the internet. You know what I'm saying? We got it. They're exposed. They're caught in 4K. They're cut instantly. So I hope and pray that the family gets justice, because this is unacceptable in Chicago. I'm sorry.